Fascinum ne nuanom ne namfofo a omunie maybe tie ha omono signals no bobo basa na na so ye ntam sa wo Johnson na eche wo Johnson na mojata eche wo Johnson na fe no a chance aba ahwondin na odi pia na ense na masa oh Jack say hunu say wo prostate no keka ba inte so ye ntam na wo ko your Batampa process center for ho Oda wo sore sa na mo Johnson ni nyina ye science na bia enti ye ntemwe na woni ye Batampa process center for nkodi nkomo na woni doctor nkasa don hwe ma o esa ne se prostate de anodro no ni nyina ejino Batampa process center for so obehwe ni nyina ma o doctor wo ho o se bra no hwe o wo him for wakaso fifi prat last stop aye kaso nyanya no kwano so hodo mu ano wo and so bet my friend was 05538000678 05538000678 na woni your Batampa process center for ndin komo Romeo and Juliet era medin komo and to me come on to esane sir Jack weekend in me dini ye esansa me call shopping papa wo so wan ko bi wan me dem ko bi pa me dey na ben me enti no men kan we me see the whole circle nyina the city center mo ba ko pena wa ha obi ani bi enwan e circle sky mo enti yan entam me see that wo so wapon a me see for circle here traffic light na say abansuro kakraka na esi ho na yellow and blue no but my friend no grass nko asera twin towers e ho no na circle sky more war no say men kan just a new promotion no oh jai and yema no prices no one form ya the promotion no ya the tata e speed nko it here in term one of the best when it comes to mall and one is Circle Sky Mall and Waseda Twin Towers or more ground floor honor Circle traffic lights na si wa one sabe come ATN in term get the near my papa if you American if you Europe na dia ba be go ho na mall la ura honor ma to say yes reception e koye ura wa pese u be pie air condition say obo weni cash no so say wo form weni na wu yi sa Jack befa basket na yenko wate e no pon adwuma fa ha traffic ni musa enti ye ntem awie ya what else man anya ma na nyama na de aba form ye no ma ye pa mu say no you know Ralph Francis Boko mu ne de pepa DJ enti no me biti say e basmati rice no enkan na ye 400 Ghana cedis they say ye about 350 Ghana cedis sa so na Nivea product no say ye roll on say yes spray no say ye dey here ninga na ye 30 Ghana cedis one they say about 20 Ghana cedis and your money dey also Aptamel na ye 300 Ghana cedis they say 255 Ghana cedis ya no so asebio ye didi ye no na me so me pesa wo didi ye no Jack organic olive oil papa Ningna babedra Ningna we him for Circle Sky Mall enkwala ni de wo toffee ni biscuit ni ice cream bibia bibra obenya bi wo honom enti en term na promotion is starting in January be in February February 21st near the promotion abawie here and in term when na this one kwan yeso ye ni Circle Sky Mall something can just one more him watakrade Eastern region, Central region, Brunafo region, Tamale Mamo hamo hokra delivery no see the be mamo sharp Indian in town now in paying for ndin come on 0240-212-510 0240-212-510 and our first is 0242-346675 0242-346675 now on the Circle Sky Mall for ndin come on I no pay ya be Indian in town breakfast krabenya bi wo miti amenu mikro hana mkoto no enti ya ntem na oni ye mpemfo ending komo no bebo apa sasa na make sure say diagnostic about industry say 13 and 74 T74 draw papa so we'll check your blood we'll check your high blood pressure and I first we'll check your high blood sugar, chronic wounds, hepatitis B and C, HIV, kidney infections, liver infections, ulcer, prostate enlargement, bad breath, ulcers, and I first menstrual pain, chronic cold, asthma, chest pains, arthritis, and I first with pneumonia and 9 rough no Repacho T74. I fear your diagnostic by industry for what I mean can't just go to be top. Never boapa. Ope be toy boy pharmacy bia na face herbal shop bia. Won sabe can be. So person in pain for din command 0246 073498 0246 073498 and answer 050 162 8931. Now in pain for din command. And it is 51 minutes into AS 7 a.m. Medawa say Odu Ofide no ato Kessben 92.9 and I feel so Kessben TV. So meeting at the man sign soon for Kojo Preko Dankwah from now to 9:45. Me no one be this age me do be di o man no ho asem na fe ya hwe de ekọ ene de ebe nyina. Enra e de hyase e di nkomo efa the aftermath of the NPP omo primaries no more coin for the presidential no and indeed ye nyina enim nipa wini ye na mom no ehun sunsanso no ho nkomo a na ye die and so no ye series no ye beto so with nakok say aka say ye campaign no to say no to drugs no ye gusu ankasa into na watwe bia no ye ne nakok fo ba betena se na ye tufo ne ahwe kwan be fa so yeso ye beboa ma wo so wonya sa education no and afi so akwantre a fa eye ndrobone ho no ye no nyina bedi ho enkomo this and every Tuesday bia no ye betena se ne afa eye sema kakra na ye di nkomo afa eye ndrobone ene nakok fo adwuma omo ye ene hawa yeso betumi aboa ama bibia tumi akoye ne no ye bedi nkomo afa eye rehab ho last week no ne edi nkomo afa eye ndrobone no ho ankasa now it is time for us to discuss say even amamu hakra no ye wo rehab centers e wo krom ha na enti so obi anum ndrobone na omone nam street so say bia menua bi me menua bi say bi wakondrobone mu epe baabi e de nafa ye pe baabi de nakona ya sane yare ama so tuma beka eye ye ho a rehab centers no ye wo bi e wo mamu ha na e ya sede say aban ene nakofo eboya na de nyina yebedi ni nyina ho enkomo ene ewo fie ha no so ene ne pemfo bedi enkomo when it comes to politics and the NPP presidential candidate election here course no yebedi enkomo bebre pemfo so be join ni edi enkomo na so be kokrom ne ama live feed efi Kumasi in the Ashanti region and after to Greater Accra be ko na afia kwakodi enkomo ye ne amanfo bedi enkomo on the street today na afia yeso ye bi so how they felt when it comes to the NPP election in Inano, Yebedini in a home common, and anope ewo fie hanom. Ra Francis Poku ababetinase oye the acting director of public affairs and international relations ewo eye nakok watenase. Ibedi nkomo enchekra na afi yehwe de eko ene de ba banansa na no ye ne ma me so bedi nkomo but ma minche Ora Francis na minhwe se no ho etese Ora Francis bi abokọ de
Kojo nyame adom ye ho ye pa.
Erade adom me ho ye pa. Me ho ye. Me na kokujumafo bia ho ye director ne in charge of operations lawyer.
To kwa kaka.
K9 fo bia ho ye.
Obia ho ye obia ye na djuma kama.
K9 no be try ase me ba. Enye sa misumati K2.
Bia na mra ma ho kwan.
Uhu sa Matthias ye pa. Baba also balansa na no ayi usi forma ene usi forma wo ho. Ground floor ho. And a circle sky more.
Okay.
The only more was circle. So we say in breakfast in KPD. What pay a biscuit kakra. Aha, now they account. Me sure so fridge ne a odex and so tea bag nasa. Oh. Me bam reception hono me hu say mo fridge no a drinks wo wom but bebre wo wom. Omon be two ha. And I want kasa office on fridge no we nasa wo milk nasa. Wo milk nasa into do ase why ye bie. Into enkomia bio mia ground floor ground floor and say we car park we do hono man we ram more ho na wato Ora Francis me di wechi akọ one
me remarko he
and I just pa but answer ma me circles come off for indi enkomo na fe membra wo so na yento aso ho no ma me bi abokọ de Who sa ye the radio assistant na no pay dia wa be kan sa anopa den count time sorry but ya force mo sorry am about circle sky more for mo hu ye nice ye kan circle sky mall la ye den aboye nkomo be dem say mall what circle hand ma che say circle ha nyina mall kese ba kon wa ha eno no but all the cheche mi mu circle sky mall ye den ya den na mo ye
Circle Sky Mall there. I am more be a fan of your circle. Nice. Say I shall see 25th December yana ye be
Christmas yeah. Nice one.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I shall say dear, I shall see a crafty a la pass na miche.
Okay.
Holding a couple of shall say oh baby crabby crack. About my year 2023 and I made a baby na miche. A crack say Nakopo now. You have a promise that Kessben so they ABP
Kessben 92.9.
Oh, okay, all right. It say Circle Sky Mall and I say be too many na me kata me na say mall assembly ye ken. Me ra ho no ma menye bibie bia me hia e wo ho. Say me ra ho enti ka say can no pay me basisi na me ra ho a den na me de be hu e wo mall ho no.
Circle Sky Mall so house see ya pa. Nia edikan no efa enwane a yedi
okay
titru ne ye nyema sha be nyina na ye enyema edifi abrochre
okay
because first ne enyema edifi Italy no mu na ye de eba
okay
yeah but ye be pie wo nyame che no and ye hu say different countries so crofon so de man no mu te say US Germany Canada any amama na keke no it is I said de mu keke ho kakra enti so far ne de European products ne de ne di jewelry cosmetics ni bibia no oba ho no mu a ebi wo ho any US ni bibia I just say nipa ho ne ma ne de
eniema de ura ho benya bibia oh okay enti dey make sure TV so se ye kire ye more ho no mo a mo Facebook no so Kessben TV na Facebook Kessben 92.9 FM e wo ye Facebook no so no eniema ne go ente more oil me adeba ko a ye manije ene ye olive oil papa na mo e de eba no bo me nkomo on say oil de sabe ekoni peduanim it is when nya papa na say when dia aya na ha adwene ye pa say ye ba Circle Sky Mall olive oil na bi ni de ahia ye be hu ho papa
olive oil de me say me try Italy kakra bi
okay
because the Italy na me hu say Italy for the depend wo ye olive so pa e ba ni seed a omu di ni fresh a omu depend just omu ye pizza yes omu egu omu to mo shops a udi ya na say udi omu kire say e ma omu emo ahoden emo munye nche ena emo mu dipadua no so nye den engo etu mu di ni seed no no mu san eye no oil no so no anopa na early in the morning no eye extra virgin as organic one no bia teaspoon ba ko na wano
wow
bibi obedi bia je so de oil no kakra ye den e fa so ansa na wa ye den wedi ena most no do na so tie de ye enku de ye den
extra
enti emo mu nya wrinkles ni me niam bebre enti mu say olive oil ade bia na eboa ni pedia bebre ya eme se bedu Ghana na ehu se dodo na nhada enim olive oil da dis san say
da bi yenim
ni taste nti se ne sunflower na se niam ayo na akeka na yenu wa ha no
okay
etina di fa dodo na nhada anya den enti asie nti se na wo de ba na wo break akra but emegusu ko na se yegusu su ade e ko no di pa mu se na olive oil na yade a eboa ni pedia no ebebre pa
okay
ya it's a firm for success of yeden omojitum and olive oil no yasan obi wo honom na ye wo organic kankasa e wo ho
okay
and ye wo organic extra virgin no ye wo no organic and yasan wo extra virgin kankasa
okay
it's organic no wo soro esen nia aka no
okay
tiwe no e de na ye de aba no terra olive oil no yeah eno ye organic extra virgin
terra olive oil.
Yeah,
okay.
Organic extra virgin.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. No now utumi tiso tina na telephone utumi dey fresh. Just so
yeah. Because if say organic na say extra virgin one no empe heat bebre. Eti mo sabrofo no bi ho no mo didi an wo de epetiso. Aha na so baby bi kra na am so dey here as shallow flower bi kakra bi na wasan den atu afri eja no.
Oh, okay.
Ina bebre brand pedua no bebre.
Wow.
Bebre e wo ni pedua no. E ya anti-aging. Say e ma hoden e na e ma wrinkle. Te say nipa no say e betumi a kan pedua say ka fie bia mo. Enka Oliver ye wode e ka munya bi bet. Say dodo na ene na mukromu bebre. A mo dwen say e Oliver ye bet. Dodo na enye papa. Obo otwa French me bibia na akofa se me de ko Africans and African standards say na be ya obi a betima ye den atobi. Wo ka say wo di olive bet na you olive na wo ye den and wo be different cra. But ye dey ade ba ko ne say circle sky mode ye niam ye nkotwa.
Okay.
Ye tu kwan ya niam a abrofo no use no shops na omoto mu niam no e ho no na ye den ye to ye de e de ba. Started na abrofo no use wo abrochire no so wo say ye ton ye ho no ma e no na wo ye den wo use no. Wo say do na tu kwan kutwitwa no de ba enye wo say ni man ka say esese but enye pe quality ye den e wo e na ye so kwa de say ye ton papa no oboka say de e papa enti me ma ebo na ye den akosro no ye de ne de wa we Oliver 1 liter
1 liter no organic yes
extra virgin when you say you 200 cedis ebo mu 2 ni na 400 cedis 2 in 1 o to must be passion one you say who people na so say e original ye dey feel approach na ye dey but if you can dey dey eba original one for if fake ones na kra na ebo eda so no enya sem ketwa enya so kwa da more na wo to dodo na ye san ye den e ma discount.
Oh, in Sanka Merami and Francis Remua, or to olive oil ibia, Ebian Watoni tea bag, Wato Ibian roll on Watoni biscuit. Then I was Tinina. Wow. Ye penna ye me fear brochure, but it is a deodorant. Yes, deodorant, the fee German in a deba. Ye 20 cities. Wow. Roll on ya Nivea ya Anopea, ya defy motor. Yeah. New original one a fee Germany. You're 20 cedis. Dual sprays 250 ml. If you fail, come 255 cedis, this is 10 cedis. But here you go to 49 cedis. Wow. Tobacco so you're 49 cedis. Wow. And you're no a dorsum. Wow. Share a year a bit is Avino. Shower gel. A bomb two, you're the Canada. Okay. You're 320 cedis. Wow. No, baby. If you fail, come the Kasabi. Omo ton ma wosa e bo mutu nye se enketo e ya kese ye ton 220 e bi te soft soap e ya shower gel a e fi Canada ana omo de ye de eba e she so for e she so for ye to the 320 for nina
Dove men shower gel papa e fi Canada na de aba e she so for ye to no 310 wow ne bar soap 16 ye to no 310
16 Nina
310 and then DJ Samuel say kwase more awoto no na ye ti bono so de ye de maw more awoto ye ti bono so de maw wow
but na message mama say atoa so obi person frame sisia me no ka say no pe direction openchichire mu bebre a numbers be na on fresh sisia
0240 21 25 10.
Okay.
Or friend is a bit Sky Mall.
Okay. 024 0
21 25
10
yeah
10 or phrases here and Sabekamo. Okay. Me ra hono me hu your product na etwegusi here no yes.
Fabruso Frocri na na dey fi Italy.
Wow.
Edeba.
Wow.
La kesi en nketua coffee mate Nondari powder dey fi US. Ya wone kesi ya wone ketwa e wo ho coconut organic Kickland
signature coconut dem pepa oil no ebi wo
ebi wo Kickland shop ne difide ba original ma pa e bo no say obi wo no ma o se dey from onyi se be papa ye mpe fa so bebre se obi a be so obi aso be bet ma ye den atobi because the time they say the pedriano somebody ni one ma yes we need adwuma from one kasa ye won ye man
no cre na ye no ma pe mo no so we
mo jasmine rice US members mark ye to the about 380 yeah 12 kg na 380 if you do more what sant of plan yes sant price so the heading e the mount see that basmati e bi wo ho da wati da basmati no so for US ya ti so ye the about 180 e mo wodo bebre
180
yeah
basmati
yeah e mo 5 kg 55 cedis e ko bebre e den e wo ho Oyo sunflower ahodo bebree di fifi Europe papa ba je say no cholesterol nye den enim a wodi ebe ma wo ha ni nyina ye obi wo ye wo overti akese dia fi UK e dia heden e dia ba nye fake ones ni bia o chebe ebe ma ha da bi enkwala nua bi te say Aptamen original ye pick fi shops na brofo no ye den eto no ya no na ye den eto ye de ba ye wo ka da be wo ho che say ye wo SM Selelak ye ton foreign one UK di papa enye na bo friend you so that between know how that ye den e dia ma no sugar nim e natural.
Wow.
Ya brofo you so no bi na ye den ye de e ba say.
Wow.
Ni na so bo no so e ye fu. When the better original kwa Aptamen papa if you use.
Yeah, Aptamen then the boarding.
Already 250 cedis.
Wow. The boarding.
It's a titi bibia so.
Wow.
And the name so a quality.
Yeah.
So to bibia da ko stretch. And a food supplement ye wa ho ni nyina so ebi.
Yeah, me who food supplement wo ho, me who perfumes. Papa so a mashi shegu ho. Yeah.
DNG Dolce & Gabbana anyway say most wanted those meet bobodi no na Jimmy Choo no ada de because my train Italian Italian designers yeah ebo no so ye cool perfume dey bia ko bia ton say bia 3,000 o ba ye ho no ma 1,002.
Wow.
Those could be my price in that amount perfume go beton be 2,000 something o ba ye ho no ma 1,000 and you say be your fake original one so original wine.
Oh, can't say Italy na me there because wine so wo hopa. Yeah. Me fe tro ho me be share me hu bibia.
E bo no so e fu.
Me bo wine no Francis Poco sisia ni ade wine ni do pe.
Shop no be tie no e wo glass mu e condition of so ti ba wa mi nto.
Da.
Asa mo nyama e chibu class ni e kwata ho asa be ye bo ni don komi. Ide ye ni mo ya fo se be ye twem asa na ye tie ni nti na bia e mi se da bi na ya we fo je so ye de na ye tom obi after say ye azo tuma ye den etimi ya to bi etimi obi am condition ni glass ni ye den remu ma na ye fo se ni am egu kwa ye bo ni don
me so remu afa basket ni keke wo de yi enwene wo de yi gum
wo so do wo so ye ho ye mu na
yesre wo hu yi gum na ko me hu cranberry juice ni adia
na we so Valentine you so there ya sha se
se ani mu na edi
so wo to bi ha koton wa bi da ye 100% adia wo de bra wo
eno kre
nya bi bibia o pe bia perfume say a love story na bibia bi ye den e wo ho wo pe say be ye ka say 100% so
ye hihye ma wa ye be ye bibia ma na da churudi ni gusu keke e be hwe bibia ya tutu bibia ma
be hu niam ma say expensive pa na so ye de 100% na bo no so ye den
form
eti Valentine estre obi anya den obi a me do prefer keke craft attack ma do for the for any ye den e kire ho ne bo nya den o e fi 20 cedis ye e ko o de no aso do ko pe bo de prefer ba ko ye perfume a say ye kama
o ne ba be ja me be 500 bi
bag keke na de necklace o hu se wo kai no Toffees celebration toffees be brave.
Wow, shit.
You were ho heroes were ho celebrations were ho and you were quality street ni na were a chocolate. We dey beto back be fashion dem ma do for mu so ye den wo kai no. Ye ya beto play kwa na ye den.
So won hu. Wo kan ye to credit me be ja 500 am na wa hihya ma me. Why? No wa hihya ma me.
Oh my glass ni na ko no ye.
Da be mo mu hwe mo kra.
Eni ma ye fosi ni ma o kan ho a ye bo ni ko me.
Nice.
You prepare dey fi dav, you spray fi UK na dey aba. It tunu ye tunu 32 cedis.
Wow, sure.
Fake one e kra se be e ye sen.
Yeah, no crap. Na obi tio owo takrade owo eye kofodua ene ne kondo so benya enyema bia eno so onye don friend number na na.
Yes, friend number na 0240 21 25 10. Wo friend bia de catch ran ya kasa be ye pass na bibia da ye den akọ station.
Okay.
Na the number ye den bibia ko ebesi ni ya se wo do friend enyema we ya no uchi osika de ma ye wi a ebe ko station ye den.
E deliver ma.
Na the number ka ho. Oh, honey, I froze.
Nice one.
So baby wo bia. E Ghana ha nko ade.
Wow.
O friend I was abe na ebe ka.
Wow.
Eti ni na was when ni be dey. When you
yeah. Nice. It's a promotion from now to February. Yeah, 21st near the promotion is it.
And I drink say enkwala drink some no ma natural sugar nya dey 100%. You will be the second apple and eve osis different types be brave. A board duff. It's a F4.
Nice one.
F4. We saw 100 Ghana and enkwala juice some dey close sugar nya anyway 100%.
Ubenya. e da kwesi ho amoma no
ama no mu yusu
oh
kwala nya ne wo be die che say snacks mu
ne ya snacks
animal cookies e wo bi wo ho ne che say enye me organic bebre ya e be boa kwala en for ha onye den en ma wo ana empedi for tt bags ne wo different types bebre den e wo ho PNG e wo ho Lipton e wo ho Twinnies e wo ho ene e wo di cave bo ho no ne bibia cafe wo mu a ontumi na e wo ho cappuccino e wo bi wo ho e wo na Kessben e wo ne sachet
cappuccino
ye wo American size ye wo European size wo and ye wo ne sachet one so ye den e wo ho
ye beba ayi Friday class mrantie na Friday buy shopping no almost me kan cho say Friday so mbe san ba omo kon ado enti ombe san ba enti Friday class almost ombe ba ye pon ya ni asensi form ho then you have a basket exactly ento ma be top san fa number no to job you na fe yem fancy
0240 21 25 10
okay
yeah I first come say san so KTC
okay
KTC olive oil
okay
yeah and also if you UK na buy 5 liters
okay
na just say Crawford ton 450 near the ade we say you to no 330
wow
you to 330
ambassador see amenya 330
330 330
and I say me di pa o
eti obi amra obi o sabonti kwa se ne body se ne ha de me ba de meet me to de ne yefo se ne egu kwa ho na ye to
ye beba pa circle sky for ye damwasi bebre se mobile repayment ye beba Francis de no wa share ye bon so beba into de we see from Richard in beba o twem baby e be san de na ba ye da se pa circle sky mo for ne no mo edi en come on 12 minutes into 8 am din Edam Sanson for Kojo Preko Dankwah yenko na ye ne director, the acting director of public affairs and international relations Ora Francis Opoku Amwa endi en come na fe yentoa dwumedie no so Ora Francis bia bokode
Kojo nyame adum
nice say the radio sepa
ye da mo so ase ni adwuma pa mo ye ebo my Ghana
ye da sepa
Courts Control Commission
ye the radio say last week ye din komo ye no mo campaign na ye no ye din komo me ye church ase emra no ema ye na hu se nakoke dwumaku bia wo hono me ba hwe aboa ama ye drugs hard drugs ye ka drugs out church ase ama outside the rewre mu kra me nya adusu ka say ye wo drug abuse and misuse of drugs and all that. Addition the issue ye pa and me hu the economy the bengina. Now want to turn our attention to yanom na yenuanom yenam fofo bebe naso nam street so ye ni bebe don beko ebikra wo fie sisi a ye de chain ene eye chese abom as a prisoners no because he to me enjoy we more and them be no and send fata and all that. All these things maps out to what we want to call the rehab centers and what your memo hanum. So obi what drugs him na ye pe rehab e dia manu na ye tumi atene na. Do we have some in this country?
Okay, Kojo medase say summary now the man for last week you know why are there na say kasa last week you know so ye bobo enema titiriwa na Courts Control Commission ye can demand reduction and only education ye can supply reduction say your airports any border areas obi ye na adwin say or the bar now or the kwa na achi no any esan kan say ye wo rehabilitation and social reintegration eno ye ba be kan ho asemi na Kojo ohwemu a eye dwumedie pote a ewo se na Courts Control Commission yedi se omo a ye boderu se mo mfom tin kohye enubone numu ene ne tom se nipa no wantiewu na se odiniti kohyem ebi a enamfosem nti ebi a obroni se ope bibie hu nti ana say enieme ka hunti ordinity be kwa akoshem sometimes ebia efia asumdweni ho efia obroni say broken homes efia maame ne papa nte ho ni nyina ka ho ema ye mrante ne ye mabawa no omudi omuti kohye sa enuboni ni numimu na se Kojo obi di ni ti koshem na otomu ntintan na efana also ye giant ana say ɔsɛ ɔman no yɛ nhyehyɛ a yɛbɛtumi de aboa saa nipa no na te sɛ nea wɔkasa mu kan ne saa nipa no atumi asa aba yɛn nkyɛn nti wohwɛ yɛn mmara pɔn ni mu a ɛyɛ Narcotics Control Commission Act 1019 at 2020 na ɛwɔ mu section 22 no ɛwɔ mu sɛ ɔsɛ yɛbɔ yɛn ho mmɔden na yɛtumi ɛyɛ ne obroni bɛka sɛ rehab fund.
Okay.
Na sa rehab fund ne ne dwumadi a ɔsɛ di nyinaa ne sɛ yɛbɛsisi rehabilitation centers.
Okay.
Na yɛnuamo a ɔmo ɛho atɔ akyea ɛwɔ saa nubɔne mu no yɛtumi aboa ɔmo ɛwɔ ɔmo ɛhwɛ mu ɛne ɔmo daadaa asetena mu. Na Kojo wobusa sɛ saa rehab no ɛyɛ adeɛ a yɛwɔ bi wɔ ɔman yi mu a ansa ɛwɔ mu a ne sɛ yɛwɔ bebree wɔ ɔman mu.
Oh, okay.
Na nea tie ne sɛ bebree na yɛwɔ no dodoɔ naa ohwɛ mu a dodoɔ naa ɛyɛ ankorankora ɛdia ɛna yɛwɔ aban nso so deɛ wɔ hɔ na aban deɛ na ɛwɔ hɔ no ɛnhyɛ da nnɔɔso ɛnu nti na mmara no ɛma Narcotics Control Commission sɛ yɛn establish saa fund no na yɛnya ɛte saa fund no na afei ankorankora ɛne aban nso so edi sika gum ne yɛnya sika emu edu a na afei no aban ankasa nam Narcotics Control Commission so na yɛbiebie saa nnwuma no yɛbiebie yɛ friends rehab centers no sɛbɛyɛ a nkurɔfoɔ ebitumi akɔ na ɔmo kɔ so a ɔmo atumi anya training not training ɔmo nya nteteɛ a ayarehwɛ a ebitumi aboa ɔmo na ɔmo ho atumi atɔ ɔmo Kojo yɛ ka ne sei no na ɔsɛ yɛ ma ɔmanfoɔ nso so ɛte aseɛ sɛ yɛnnuamo a ɔmanom nubɔne a ɔmatɔ mu ntintan a yɛka ho asɛm a ɛno nti yɛka rehab yi no obroni ɛfrɛ bibi sɛ addiction no ɛne sɛ wakɔtena tebea bi mu a ɛyɛ adwene mu yareɛ a wɔkɔ akɔtena tebea bi mu a saa tebea no a wɔ mu no wankasa wahoɔden ne wo pɛ no wontumi mfa ngyae saa adeɛ no enti no na ɛwɔ sɛ wohunu ne sɛ o baabi a maduri deɛ mehia mmoa ɔsɛ obi ba na ɔbɛboa me na ɔsɔ me mu sɛ bɛyɛ a tebea a mewɔ mu no mɛtumi afiri mu enti sɛ nipa no etumi nya saa atenka na afei rehabilitation abem enti nea yɛka akyerɛ ɔmanfoɔ nyinaa ɛne abusuafoɔ nyinaa ne community nyinaa ne sɛ yɛhu sɛ obi anom nubɔne no na watɔ mu ntintan na ɔntumi nyɛ ne ho hwee a ma yɛnhu saa nipa ne sɛ wei deɛ 7 predators a ɔyɛ junkie enti no mmoa bi ani hɔ ma no yɛnhu ne sɛ saa nipa no yɛ obi a ɔwɔ adwene mu yareɛ a ɛwɔ sɛ yɛyɛ nhyehyɛeɛ ne yɛtumi de boa no na ne ho tɔ no na ɔtumi san ba na ɔbɛka yɛn ho na yɛbɔ bra ne yɛyɛ Kojo yɛka rehab no nso so a sɛnea ɛteɛ ne sɛ yɛwɔ ankorankora deɛ ɛne yɛwɔ ɔman ne deɛ no a yɛbɛtumi aka te sɛ wokɔ mfimfini mantam a yɛ central regional yɛwɔ ankafo wɔ hɔ ankafo ne baabi a wobɛtumi aka sɛ ɛhɔ ɛyɛ entiteɛ bi anaasɛ rehabilitation center ɛhwɛ nkurɔfoɔ na minka nsi sɛ ɛhɔ no ɛnyɛ 7 predators a ɔmo anom nubɔne nko a ɔmo biribi yɛ ɔmo no ɛna yɛde ɔmo kɔ hɔ obiara ɔwɔ adwemmuyare kakra biara no ɛtumi kɔ hɔ na nea yɛhyehyɛ a yɛbɛhyehyɛ ɛwɔ Narcotics Control Commission din mu no ɛyɛ nea ɛbɛyɛ te sɛ enubɔne a obi afa na wanya ho nsunsuasoɔ no yɛbɛhwɛ saa nkurɔfoɔ no woba nkranso so a yɛwɔ Accra Psychiatric Hospital ɛwɔ hɔ a ɛno nso so no te sɛ neɛ ankafo te no ɛno nso so no ɛnyɛ for narcotics related nko a obiara ɔwɔ adwene mu yare a ɔso ohia mmoa no ɔno nso so etimi kɔ na wakɔ na wakɔ gye ayarehwɛ ɛna woba bie mu so a yɛwɔ Pantan Hospital nso so ɛwɔ hɔ a ɛne so wɔ Nkranha ya a ɛne so no ɛyɛ aban ɛde a ɛwɔ hɔ a ɔmo hia mmoa no ɔmo timi kɔ hɔ a ɔmo nya ayaresa anaasɛ ayarehwɛ ɛwɔ saa mmea yi a mabobɔbobɔ yi enti wohwɛ mu a na kyerɛ sɛ aban deɛ no na wokɔ Kolibu addictive unit nso so a ɛno so no ɔmo wɔ baabi kakra wɔ hɔ a ɔmo timi de hwɛ saa nkurɔfoɔ no enti wohwɛ mu paa na kyerɛ sɛ neɛ aban ɛnsa hyɛ ase a aban ɛwɔ mu no ɛno ɛna mabɔbɔ so yi Kwadwo megyedi sɛ wobɛbusa sɛ sɛ ɔman no ɛyɛ yɛn Narcotics Control Commission for the
year prophet
near year can say esha
ankama bebisa I mean I say whole country na obobo na me ka so obobo baby abeye 10 20 obobo ya bobe 4 pen
ye ni bebre saa te say
serious
oman a eye say Ghana no the rehabilitation center eye government oman de no na Kojo minka ensisu say midi kan me ka say yɛwɔ ankran deɛ near Narcotics Control Commission yɛyɛ a ɛboa bebree yɛgyina aban mu anaasɛ aban anan mu na yɛyɛ a even though aban ankasa ɛnni bebree saa no deɛ Narcotics Control Commission yɛyɛ ne sɛ yɛne saa private rehabilitation centers no yɛne ɔmo yɛ adwuma paa adwuma a yɛne ɔmo yɛ ne sɛ ɔba Narcotics Control Commissioner yɛwɔ professional counselors wɔ hɔ a yatete omo a omu nimu de na wotwe bia no oba nkran okọ Kumase okọ Mantemu a yawo rehabilitation centers ni bi wo hɔ na okọ Narcotics Control counselors na wotwe bia no etu anamo ekọ saa rehabilitation centers nyina na omakọ engage omo a omo wo hɔ na entitiye any niema bia mmoa bia ombetimi de abom omabom aside the no so no ye wo training a saa rehabilitation centers ya omo no omo nyina eba na yama omo ntete sebe ya saa nkwankra bi eba wo training center ho a wo kwan a obefa so a obetumi eni nipa na kasa na watenetene omo sebe ya obetumi ama omo ne omo hia na etumi aboa omo na omo botae womu nyina ne se saa nkrofo no yehu omo se ye nkrofo a o se ye to omo asaram ana se ye yi omo ajeje mu yehu ni se omo ye nkrofo a ye ma omo ntete epa omo betimi abekan ho Kwadwo no kwaseme womu ni se saa nkrofo ya ye kan no enye nkwakrafo ene mrewafo nsem ne ye kan eye mrante ene mabaawa omo ho adin a se etimi ma omo saa ntete na omo betumi asan aba na omo bekan ho na yetumi apagya oman Ghana edu baby a ho se edu.
Nice one. Yeah, that's it. But clearly, Amamira ho kakra because of the centers now. It is not just about the centers alone, but maybe it's the same way. Building of these structures now, one of the most important things that really Bibrena complaining, maybe they would not want to take the awards there has to do with logistics. And I feel so a year and near my sefata says wohonum mutumi a day as some who are terminal. And also a big problem,
a big problem, Kojo. And untina Narcotics Control Commission say Jumaba Kwa ye di and say ye need rehabilitation for no. What's a rehabilitation for no emramuno omo eji omo registration every social welfare.
Okay.
Social welfare and omo ji omo registration for. Enti ade ba kwa say Narcotics Control Commission yen paying for sheni aye ni se yen social welfare for ebeka yen sa boom na ya hwese obia obeba se oba bibie rehabilitation center no ti se na Kojo kan no owo eniema akade a ese fata se nipa no obetumi abie na obia owo nkrofo nsusu a watete omo a omo betumi ahwe se obi ba saa nipa oba aha no so wo ekwan we no so ye de ne fa so sebeya ye benya arehemu se yenua bi ekọ any facilities a yenim ewo a ye private a yenim se omo ontete papa omo betumi di aboa saa nkrofo yi enti ya ade a ye animu ya no ye guso a ye ni social welfare for bekasa sebeya ye betumi aye saa partnership no ansakra na ye beye saa de ne na meka se ye won nkrofo a yatete omo na Narcotics Control Commissioner omo dwumadi a omo dia ne se na wotwe bia no se omo kọ saa rehabilitation center si sebeya omo kwa eniyema omo behu a omo feel se enkoye etochima wa ha no na omo de report aba na se training bi na o se de ma facility owners na ne de ama omo Kojo ade ba akoso so a o se mekana misi so pinite se ne o kan no ebi mo ho a omo facilities na omo use no ewo form kakra ebi nsusu wo ho a ewo soro a ukọ ho a ne ohia bia no ne ntete bia o se de ma no yetimi de ma ade ba akọ ewo mu nsusu o se meka na omanfo ete ase no mu hu ni se ankrankra rehabilitation centers no Kojo enda form se meka se na form a ne meka nyina ni se eyiskasem
scanner
aha sanse se ukọ ho a odada didie odada setena enura omude be ma entity omude obefam ene san ne ma nyina no eyesika ena ukọ a obetua na eyade nsusu so a yeni omugu so di nkomo sebeya enko yesika sem nko a na omo hia moasa no yetimi aboa omo na ometimi abeka ho na yabom se oman na ya adwuma apagye oman
because eno an waka na de ba kwa na nkampese meka no ne se most awofo and face so busianfo no are not willing to take because maybe the cost high inti aban de na nke nim se no so be wo form kakra ma no so na no so no aye bibia wo kakra amomo for them not to even encourage them but beyond say omo entumi emomo enkono ayesika sem no are there other things motumi identify the inti awofo any yenuanumi they are not willing to take omo words sebi oma find ruboni mu a home enfanko rehab wana
Kojo me da sepa o question ade a ehu hia ye pa se wuyi sikasem na ye ka ho asem efri ho a ade ba akopa nso so a ha adwen obroni efre no stigmatization
okay
eno ne ene den bro focus eno ne den ni nyina ne se yenim se ebia kwame afa enubonimu yenim se efua afa enubonimu yenim se ekwan wo ho a yebetumi di atete no ama netumi ne ho atono na watumi asan bekan ho na ne ewom ni se yenya ti se ebia asumasi afa nuboni ama wanya ho nsunsan so no na ya shaase edi yense tenetene ne so yesi ena kwame no okono na adwen mu kano kwame no okono woye nuboni kwame no okono enti saa stigmatization no eya ade a awofo eni ebia atitu nipa na ankasa na odemu no kra no onya saa openo se obekosanse ebusuafo se empo wo ebusuamu ankasa ye nimse o saa ye maami nua we ne babemai wakofa nuboni ana waye nuboni ama sesei no ne ho akire na obia mpese one no ebedi agrompo obia mpese obeka akone ho sense o one day o
anteku abanana wo kono ho obi okono nuboni na wo kono ho
ye de ne ko rehab kra ne enti saa social stigma yedi eto nkrofo so no ade kese pantia nkrofo bibi apart from sisikasem ewom no ade kese pantia nkrofo nko enti time bia no ne ye kan ni se maye nhu omo a oma fanuboni na oma numenuboni na oma tomuntintan maye nhu omo se obruni si social deviant there bi ye nhu omo se omo ye nkrofo a omo yare a omo hia moa seven predia say obi eye yemfa ne so ya asthmatic anaso obi a diabetic sebe omfa wonsa ntene saa nipa no so emre bia no emoa ben ye betumi dia ma saa nipa yi ekwan be so no obetumi afa na watena ase sebe ya empo wo saa yare ewe obetumi atena ase na watena ase ye saa na o se yehu yenuamo a omo afa no boni mu no yehu ne te se omo ye nkofo a omo yare na omo hia emoa enti se yetumi hu ne saa de a obia ekwa obehu se o enye boni bi na maye ana se enye beifo bi ene ye no nemum no oyobi a wafa no boni na ohia moa na ohia ntete se obetumi aye Kojo ne tosumi enu nso so ene se enkofo bibre wo ho nso so a omadwen ye o mo se o rehab ne kwa mekwa miwia dien faso na menya oso ne rehabilitation no ebi mu eye anase oso omo ye ene se woko rehab no na udi uti koshem ne mount tete ya uwia enka kwan paso no o se enka nipa no bepie na obeba no na nka owo insanu juma bi ofri mu na oba obetumi aye saa adwuma no na etumi aboa no na onfa no niti ensan kohye saa no boni mu bi enti saa ne eme ye niema entumi ma awofo enya openo eni omo a omo mu no susu no munya openi se omo betumi akọ na omo akọje saa ntete na ebetumi aboa omo na omo free saa tibi.
All right, where ye wie kra ye wie ne saa no obitio rehab misema waken unyaya nko ni nua ne baba ana ni nua be me bibekọ and all that omunye den sisi a omutie we den omunye na fefensi
part se ne de bia ya ne ye sha se ye kan no Narcotics Control Commission eye oman adwuma eye adwuma adwumadi bi a ye di bia no eye oman nti ene ye di sa adwuma no enti obi a owo mu haw ne ye kan na ne se obetimi asim na waba Narcotics Control Commission ya so ye oba ye wonkofo ati se ne medi kan ya tete omo a obetie wano asem se ye maame kra na obeba obetie wu na wahu kwan a o se ye de ofa so ebi wo ho a ye yan kasa no etumi ye hwese ne ete na ye yan kasa timi ni wudi nkomo akwa akire ni ehu se ebi a enhia se ye be refer ni ye de wako rehabilitation center ye timi ni o kasa ema o enhyehyeye na udi so a etimi boa but say also a refer to a rehab center to say near can rehab no the look private ones you will be or jowulu you will be or shaman you will be or your friend is saying North Legon you will be or a breed and cry higher now call Accra psychiatric hospital so you will be or and also so omuna a private ain't say ofre yen number ye di 2 dwa ye to free 0800 307 307 0800 307 307 so ofre a na oka wa asem chen na se ye ma oba ye wo kwan a ye do be fa so na say ye refer wa ya refer to rehab center ye gidi ye se ebetumi aboa na ebema o entity a ohun betumi atọ na wako na waba na wabekan na ho botae esi ani so ni botae wo rehab ni mu nyina ne se yen lose san krofo no to drugs na emum no omo betumi aba na omo abekan ho na yetumi apagya oman no omo mantemo ni baby obia o sebe ya oman no ebetumi afa no ntoma pefra na yenya emrante ne mabawa se yempanyimfo ni ho daache a omo si maman anaso omo si oman naimu na yetumi apagya oman na oman akoni
yara se Ra Francis Mopoku amwa ye no wadi nkomo. Next week one of the questions that I'm akoma so ye pa me de be here has to do with my relationship and so a 3 bilateral may share the effect say yeso bia no mudroboni a police chino e de no kotum na order prison and so no mudroboni anka ebianka rehab na beboa and so ye no police ye de no ko mu ye na kotum ye jail no as to say anka de no be rehab which one is NACOC looking at now? Because obi wo me fie sisi na se so no mundrubone aya dada de onom inse sanke be free rehab and e be free NACOC no na akofre police na police abeche no obeche no oso no mundrubone na de no court na e jail no na okonsa wom me kan so nke ya reroute aya system no structure na nke bia ye free NACOC na nakobe fa no ne hwehwe mu yi ne hu so okay ampa onom de na mum no de we wosi atom ne de enye cells enye prison akwan ne ese de ne fa na mu ha na ese de ne fa ne ya hwe sa ne mani na na afi atoa de pese ye hwe no so why me da so pa no problem
ne o kan na ye mra ni mu no enhyehyɛ sa
bibisa ho
ntinya me nyame boa ode yen kwa chen agasene no ye behwe sa nyame shayina
on shayina ya da sepa the acting director of Oyo public relations public affairs and international relations so Francis Opoku amwa ene no edi encommon efa ye campaign Kessben marching and after Kessben media ye campaign ye ne eye NACOC for eye efa endrubone ho no na ye no edi encommon 36 minutes into 8 a.m. Kessben 92.9 FM. So, and I face Kessben TV. And then on DSTV channel 364, and I face on Go TV, channel 121. On Facebook, Kessben TV. And I face on Facebook, Kessben 92.9. On Sa Ebekanye, Ewo Honum, na fi Yindin Commoni and Shediako, and Nadia Ebenina. Make I will say, Bayport, Semen Cancho, and the fake deposit, Oguso, hu ejuma ye pa. And into mo pesa mo ye fix deposit. Biano, money Bayport Financial Services for encoding common number boy ye pa. O de usika koto honoma maximum profit there. One sa ebeka. So pese uma usika no a woman ne ma good interest pa dia. When Bayport Financial Services for encoding common na omo fix deposit no ekoye bi. Esan so mo 3 months there wo ho. Omo we 6 months there wo ho. And I feel so more 1 year fixed deposit there no so wo ho na men that it comes with attractive returns wo percentage pa na wo hia pa no wonsa ebeka ewo ye usika no so enti no wa opese oni omo ye adwuma no e ba to frɛ ora Bonnie Mr Bonnie Emmanuel Bonnie o frɛ manager na wo so opese wo ye Bayport fixed deposit ni bi wo do sika ba say ye 5,000 say ye 10,000 say ye 100,000 sika bi e kra bi opese o de ye fixed deposit bi no only one of the credible accredited banking services and as a banking institution pardia na ye Bayport Financial Services for NSO Nyomo AD and Komo. Fresh numbers with 0245 153283 0245 153283 and after 026 3007922 026 3007922 now when it Bayport Financial Services for Indian Komo Emfa Bayport fixed deposit in home na omo enhwe bibia emma ewo hono meka also say wa wo pese se bi oyi o business no efi baby a enye papa o business no o office no location no kra no enkoyie sa wo kire location park or office abra ye bre na anu akwa bi kire me ni office se o du hon ma edua kese no me ko ani yebu edua no ba ko bi so se obekọ na bibia maame ne ton gobe no me du ho maame no amma anything me hu direction no ofa boat kra na unya baby papa kra entumi mfa wo office no enko wo client akoye problem wo so to ho dwendwen se business emma business bana emma no na no nkyere se adwuma na wo ye no enko yi pa na nso no bibia wo establishment ne wo no enye papa anything na make come for Aseda Twin Towers ama wo no na Aseda Twin Towers wo circle traffic light na se hono mo abia Kessben 92.9 FM wono sa office ni mu yellow and blue building abronsan kakra na esi hono Aseda Twin Towers hono bra na beje office no relocate fi esumu ho na bra ehanim na beje office no say your consultancy firm say your mini pharmacy say your restaurant say your mall say your dien pa na run into a wo pe baby papa e de office na call senior be ya o client na face so customers on beba no omo enyera almost minya car papa ede abadia na ye Aseda Twin Towers na make come for amawo esan say hono mo ne de ura no mu a workers no motivation de amom a any workers are them motivation de amom pa and it's over more office as sebio ekoye no mu team no mu ye adwuma na de asa bokro mu nsa de asa yes omo ye adwa che wa be pamo mo se mbacho wa monko fie na de asa no eye aseda twin towers honom and ese so obeje eye wo office no na fe no oni eye wo clients no edinsa wo so ye pa aseda twin towers eye office anase eye building papa isi circle heya a obeje ekoye security koye wo lift anase elevator so na mu aye koba customers nyina ho etom ye pa be pacho frame paying for now no mo endi enkomo e was 0244 9000449 0244 9000449 and that's 020 511 0001 020 511 0001 na woni mpemfo ni nkoma na beje office e wo ye Aseda Twin Towers e wo ye circle here traffic light na se e honom e na oso unsa beka wo de ntoni mpemfo ni nkoma na afi yenhwe de ekọ na afi yenko de yeko ma menko messages ni biaba na fe mentwa jumedi. So this one is from Sami Boache Esamanke. So say Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia represents a beacon of hope for Ghana's future, personifying the change we have been seeking. With this economic transformation vision and impressive credentials, he is poised to lead our nation to prosperity. As fellow patriots and Ghanaians, we must unite behind him and turn his vision into reality. Dr. Bawumia's presidency and Samuel Osei Sarko, the AKSOS Assistant Regional Youth Organizer, hopeful on also Nidia or de Ebaye and This one is from my favorite tester to here, Abbas Amogobo of Finso, or say electing Dr. Bawumia as flag bearer is only an easy way for the NDC to break the 8. Bawumia is bound to lose again because he has the negative history the NDC will capitalize on to expose him as fake. The NDC did not. The NDC did it before, and this time the NDC is more credible than before for Bawumia to lose once again. This one is from Bosheba and Misty Gosu Zongo. I say, in fact, MPP is the most united party ever because all our presidential aspirants are one, and it shows clearly that unity is strength. So let's all work hard for Dr. Alhaji Mahmoud Bawumia to become the president in 2028. Regards to Honorable maybe it's our Kumsin MPP National Women Organizer hopeful, and then Kojo Safa Poku or also Nedia or de Ebaye and This one is from the Golden Boy Anas Mamponten Kwabre in Ashanti region. Also, greetings to Chairman Nana Akwesi, and says the MPP delegates has chosen Dr. Bawumia as their flag bearer ahead of the 2028 upcoming election. But they should not forget Dr. Bawumia will take them to opposition because Ghanaians know his incompetency. Yes, they know his incompetency. On a Sunday day, by my kind, they are canning now 43 minutes into a year 8 a.m. I mean, a year Tontina in the and common afi memra back. Na yen twas to say na me catch us a memau de koso e wo krom meko eye the Ashanti region na makwakotie de wo honom ame ebeko na akofa feed no live from Ashanti region na ahwe de ko ne de ba de amanfo e kan fa the aftermath of the presidential candidate presidential elections na course no emma the MPP no. Then we'll come to Greater Accra region to also listen to what is really happening wo honom nyina bransa na ma mene Totina T74 edra ni guy name no T74 in common if diagnostic about industry for na fe yento dwumedie no so T74 bibia boko de nice. The radio so say. Be sure say my phone bia ho ye. Nice. T74 na si we nim no. Masoni enhwa na T74 dem hu band no kra na me kwando so me no madru no. Edru ben papa nya. Correct one pa. Me da say. And then am woman.
Yeah, into last week ye car diabetes 179 per se car ekru.
Okay.
Yes, wounds one of the major complications of diabetes. And the per se ye car ekru 17. Needy kind last 2 weeks ye can also ye kind say no so ekru. But ya share and you might beat me aye abwa ama also nema. But in the case of wounds, no, there are conditions. Yare will be or why Emma a crew eche wonipa ho. As a normal human being, as someone whose immune system is functioning very well, you'll be our immune system able to when you cry and channel. A son is any Pedriana Cassan in Shisha be a ho. Idisu Emma Ekru ewu. But Yarebi or why it's me ma Ekru eche nipa home. Ubi any say diabetes is one of them. Diabetes is one of them. Yeah, now we diabetes if you are there are other conditions. Ebini say obi enya sebi stroke and ase we bubu ho. Nipa no bubu ho. The more I order one side of the body no pressure about that side. Now pressure about that side one so it me the ekru and so edeba. Another thing so emma ekru eche we nipa ho infections. Infections. Say ekru no get infected it take longer time and I say ma ekru no eche and sometimes cry in another one and so say emoja intimi endi efusane enko bebia ekru ne wo.
Okay.
Yes. When there is that blood not flowing to that side na a mass ekru no eche. And enye maybe wo hwa ye bitimi aye ama sanye magina I sorted. Okay. Now one of them vitamin C. Yeah, one of them vitamin C pa. Into omo village no. One of the things they do is omunye krona so omumia ekrona omu twa anka. Now on my chimisi no and kansi no egu institution no mo dia emie krono because this helps the wound to heal faster.
Okay.
Help is say ekunu bebu intem. Yes, na omo so a say bi omebubu ato ho no it is very important say once a while, maybe after every 2 hours and after every 2.5 hours no obeko akodani nipa no se na beya baby a order no pressure na mba ho e mane nya ekro no pressure na mba ho e mane nya ekro no. Another thing is we say mujentimi di efusane last week diabetes make I say I was here exercise. Exercise is one of the ways I bet me ama muja edifusane. It's one of the way bet me ama muja are circulating very well in your body. Na muja is circulate ya and na eboa ema nipeduano ehele ne ho and eboa ema ekru nu ewuntem. Yes. Now whilst we can do these things another thing we can do is to get Tontina 74.
Nice one.
Is to get Tontina 74. When you Tontina 74 and so say also diabetes in ema ekruno echea senior last week ekano Tontina beat me aboa with diabetes na assaulted that side. So also there na diabetes na ebia moja na intimi endifusani ya unya Tontina 74 so e beat me assaulted that out. So immune system no so na accord down and I must say infections take place and so Tontina better take care of that. Okay. Now whilst I san you may no ubie you say a ban say a treaty a chrono anchor san so dia Tontina is the one for you. Wow. Is the number one product that you need to get. Now a banner sir I will say we applying in two forms. One, and it's a obenum, Senebea say conditioner a system no more prevent say crony wuno, Tontina be deal with Okay. It's whilst I deal with the problem internally systemically now would the being so at the dressy chrono locally. Okay. Now aboa with a chrono say ewu. And now send a yenim no it will be normal formula no 3-2.
Yeah, 3-2 straight.
3-2 straight.
3-2.
Yeah, onya in sushi mananya to say tea hot and manim root mpawacho just tea hot. Now where's a cup on me and sa ne drew nanka so cup in me no e dia fra no one. One no master would in a diabetes obenom no be 30 minutes answer we did. And no pani number. But say any other conditioner and no obetwem be 1 hour answer na we did. Yes, na eno ebe correct all the factors na we nipeduinu e prevent e chrono se bewu. Na emra we we so now the being so e dress chrono na say na obe no we din so share the be me chrono first. Now we din so share no let's go back to the local the traditional way. Pe anka twede na echim ensu no kakra gu so share ni mu na famia e chrono ni kama we are per goals na soki Tontina no good goals ni mu factory ekro ni na chechere se ekro kese pa dia nje obe sesano anopa eni nyumbre but instead anye crew kese pa dia obetimi ano once a day e bia no pape ana se enwumre pe emra wo yesa no na wo no mo nso nti nya wo de dress crew no ebebo ma crew no ewu entem act on it locally.
Okay.
Na emra wo no mo so no na correct yare na prevent economy be won.
Okay.
So tontina works two ways.
Na we bad
diabetic patients and so na say won micro we obi so a bia wo akoma yare bi moja instead flow yi tontina 74 na fa ball ho ba en twen kra ma ekronim ba. But unya ekronim so a we are there for you.
Okay, all right.
Tina is there for you.
Matthias, yeah,
it's me so afraid. Obit me afraid on 024 607 3498 024 607 3498 and at 050 162 8931.
Okay.
050 162 8931. Tontina CCI de obi enim Ubora pharmacies and herbal shops oko kanshi drug lane and Ashtown Kumasi Ubinya Tontina 74
T74 nice one
yes.
Mate but asepa Tontina for me that say ye ne Tontina for AD and come on check what time and I about 8:51 where the studios of Kessben 92.9 na face so Kessben TV so mamenko Kumase na memfa feed no efi ho embro live from the streets of the Ashanti region near check any amount so ndin komo what really pertaining or honum the fallout from the election course Saturday we now we know say 2028 Dr. Bawumia is leading the avant-garde of the MPP and no one come on anybody this and says Samson Sempakeni are you ready I mean Kumase in the Ashanti region and fame back to a greater crime but some sort of watch him on what is really happening
now remember that MPP you go no about was to a henny here one people you go no kwatire omo adwene no mkoto aba ekoyi omo ekandifo Adema amanyuko no kwa wiase no na Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia wono na adi mu nkonim ewo abatoɔ ne mu a Kennedy akompre kwa Japan wato so mienu ma de omo kekeka ho nyina na ekoso na ansa na abatoɔ no ebekoso no na abatoɔ mu pa de hunufo akasa ewo man Ghana mu akyerɛkyerɛ ma adwene ne Ghana fo ne bi akasa omo kyerɛ sɛ wo hwɛ NPP amanyuko ne mu a Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia ene delegation no ene din wasoro pa beka na sɛ ɔyɛ popular na emom sɛ wo Simonten so a Kennedy akompre kwa Japan ono so na Ghana de hye epe no ne senti enem nei ye wo Kumasi PZ na ye ne Ghana de hye ne bedi nkomo se de abato mo pade hunufo no ka e boosters ne ka no sa na tie anase sei na esi etie yenko be papa yi nchen na ye ne no enkasa na yenhwe na no me da abato e course no said ono ankasa no wosi ehu no daddy mamu akwa aba emfa mra Kessben television so me yesu aburu me jiri se awrade adom ho ye pa
yesu adom me ho ye pa
na no me da abato no wodi akire kakra
bacho me di akire pa bi di akire se na me hwese de abakọ be si akọ se be wanchi bia ema ampa so nyame adom ne nyina akọ ye mai yo nti me de abato atwen de me gitum se na nebom so enkwafo na me kire keka se doctor onye popular wa abontene de menyi ntum sa yo se me mitu ame ankasa metu nyame anim ne kureni sa ade doctor ma ka nyame ka abato no ka be de na ma me but nyame adom doctor so aba doctor ba wa no na me di kaka bibi se doctor ba wa no wa mama NPP fo nko ba ma Ghana me nyina because Ghana na wo ofre Ghana nti na wo nene abra wo pre se Ghana be si enti se ya to aba no anwi ni a fi se doctor no ho no wo ho bra se wo woni me de odo otema amanipa ojo wo ma wo ya keka ne ensem abata beta no doctor me hu se wa ye bi da enti me da abato na to ye no wo nwi no me yutum me pese se doctor nwi ni me pacho ade wa ko me refi ye ni se me ye frame Felix Joseph Yeboa me na kwa da so test rank me ye first trustee science station master wa tiji me de doctor and some na okan de to ni delegation na so mo to aba ma do no me say sa so nyame adoma me pe mo no say ye 2028 no me do so and some of our to delegate to a better Ghana for in our assume am I you're doing him.
Yeah, that's it. Daddy say and somewhere daddy and as a doctor Muhammadu Bawumia Kaya Neto a 2 years for no asumwa almost to Abamano no or one to so ye as some chrono because now Amato Aba Amano 2028 many of them are more family Kessben television.
I made also
and now remember then people about one who need a check
with the many dear Chigakra.
Now who say
And the movie and say about when I said about Miaunya.
I didn't tell about me
of vision. And a woman him so one kind. A mom won't and you're just like that. Ye Pobia was you dear question. And now I dear Bakwam Yada Bamian said, Obayano, Omiania, Ghana card. No to conquer which may be as well. Ghana card, you are a free. Was I no more baby, but Yana, and baby, it is said, Yade Abanama Baumia for the next time of one touch.
Now, don't want some more cannot say, Dr. Muhammad Baumia and him, dear, said, and who knows Bonabaso and Nemum, Obedi, economy, no, animal as a vice president, you know. When to me and says your mind is a cassa.
Ah, the woman is say, on Sana, on one cassa, or Neno, or share Ubiasi. Eti, on to me, Yadia. God, who can now, opinion say, the old dinner, say, on Pania. A better than what you may. It's your man a chance, no one man ready obey.
Or no about waiting me.
It's
Yen Yabe, my said, Dr. Muhammad Baumia, no one and Tisonia Konya. Bayoma Penia, or no one cassa, a bit to me about my pa. My mamma for Yakaba and family Kessben television.
Yeah, I'm just
none of the damn people about to know the check.
I'm going to type
about to call a VA and who will say.
The who is about me and the baby.
About me and the baby.
The entire say, I was in the Pepiano, I hope last year, never never boyano. And no more to a mouth. Then somewhere a capan who one responded was in the coup. But I know just say Ghana for Sunday ago. You share the bar or who Brazil, they give you the moment. Or who Brazil and Yaku Popija do baby.
And just young people didn't buy a Manuko Nimono, Obedu Mokano. Yansha 2028 election. What are the chances at to say?
Oh, the chances better like I say, it's a Ghana half one. The man who say Ghana for Ancasan and Yadia, 1 year who is another to Abama. So Ababa, so my way, Yana never to Abba. And then I say the group president Mahama. No, beyond him say, oh, maybe. And so now Ghana for chance say, or measure and Punya, and sad and nearby. The American say, once you are mistaken, you're free. The person. Niama we na nkoyi no mo to niama no me na mo fa yango was back on modu dem who say e betu ma boana mo na kore
ya papa samu a oka and say Dr. Muhammadu Bawumia and ye obesre no say and inform so ahudo bi a ye no wonsua na won sachire mfiri ho na wonya kwan e bedu o man Ghana ne mu a niama nyina koyi e de ma no ma me ne me anka so ankasa anka ma mo akwa aba emfa mra Kessben television
mejo so
says NPP for Koto by the Dr. Muhammadu Bawumia Abba about one who say
about one day, yeah, I come as well at the end of Sakano. If you say, yeah, you know, be a sick Bamiana a penno. It is Bamia Wabano, minim say, Yanko Ponti, Bamia Bawini, 2028.
Debate Susudiana say about me betting 2020.
Susudiame want to say, and this we and this Simua, almost the same, but Mama Frimua, President Mama Frimua, will be a woman can I for Francois. Bamia so dear, what baby da, what beton hot than to or no, say me what did you when we say, at the bar, what a drone so.
There's a gun about an acquire, sir. Who when Nimono tar, what me doing?
What in a match until Toklobia when Nimu, and a strategy beer won't be asked when him, said the city.
Until way a year of also address. Dr. Muhammadu Bawumia and I'm say NDC Eddie and Infufro.
Okay, so something and I can live from a Quada so in the Ashanti region. So Edum, right? Okay, and you're attending Cassisia. So live feed, you know, and I hear Samson Sepakani Eddie and Maya Wahoram Samson. You better sepa continue. Now you better sound back never be doing common affair share what others are saying. This is from the street, and this is the ordinary Ghanaian. These are not delegates. These are not delegates who are talking to us. These are ordinary Ghanaians, almost Tuaba, and how they felt about a election and what they feel about the current candidate of the 2028 election. Now, the MPP4 candidate, they almost kafa one no. Answer na member in house now. Fe Zigas take we na fe mene Minia Salom atwaso from Arise Ghana no. Let me do Zoom with Dr. Mohammed Tofik Adamu, or political communications lecturer with UPSA. Mene nindin komona fe member back. Sisi doc so what me nka me mo achima Kwaba eba Kessben TV so now face Kessben 92.9. And then I'm no best chance here with the other matters. Let me begin with what you heard right now. I'm sure you were listening from the streets is here with ordinary Ghanaian and in common money edisiano. Clearly, it is a matter of the people who vote versus the people who sit and do the analysis and do the research to tell us what really transpires. Now, these are not delegates. These are ordinary Ghanaians. Oma Kasa, Oma Cheche, and Oma Bibre, Oma Bobakum, you know me and Sasso. And I just want to retreat it now for Yenfa discussions in the One has to do with, say, or you're educated. They wanted somebody who is very educated, smart, and they have gotten it. Two, they are saying, say, they believe, say, or be correcting the mistakes. And then they also believe to say, election and kasa crown one kasa yedidi atemi nano. They never heard him speak ill or probably say anything, even with ne crofo no mo ye and even the kasa crown na ehuti ye pa. The other one has to do with say wababaki onim tokro bia. And they are dealing with consistency because then the face will be there. They feel say when yasa experience, Now when people tell you this on the street, does it really reflect when election is on, Anna?
Okay, so thank you very much. Good morning to you and good morning to your listeners and viewers at the same time. I'm very happy, not a bit, I'm very happy to have heard the interview you conducted on the street. For me, these are the real political analysts, the real political commentators, the real political scientists, the real political communication experts. I mean, they have said it all. And especially the last person you interviewed, when he made, he tried to make comparisons with President Mahama. The fact that President Mahama received the most humiliating defeat in the last elections, and he was so much disgraced. Ghanaians said a whole lot of things about him, but when he went back to the drawing board, did his homework very well, and came back, Ghanaians have given him a resounding victory. And his advice to the NPP is that if the NPP is also able to learn from their mistakes, if Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia is able to learn from his mistakes, he's certainly, absolutely sure that Ghanaians are going to, vote for him to come to power. I mean, this is a real, in-depth analysis of the political atmosphere that we have in this country. And I so much share in that view that was expressed by, the man that was just interviewed. I think that the NPP led by Alhaji Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, has the chance of coming back to power because Bawumia has a very good will. He has the sympathy of not only NPP sympathizers, but indeed, the Ghanaian, populace as well. I mean, he's someone who is very sober, he's a typical of a leader that Ghanaians want. Ghanaians want a leader who is sober, who is gentle, who is humble, who is respectful, who respects our cultures. Mahmoud Bawumia, even though comes from the north, but I mean, the multiplicity of his cultural identity is something that, we must talk about. I mean, he goes everywhere, is able to relate very well with the culture of the people, the way he even greets, the elderly, our chiefs, our pastors, our religious leaders and all. I mean, it's something that Ghanaians so much want, and I have no doubt that there are a lot of people who support Bawumia because of these courtesies he extends to religious and cultural, authorities. He's very intelligent, very smart. I mean, there's no doubt about it. And he's someone who has vision, for this country. Mahmoud Bawumia's vision can be traced back to the days that he was there. He was at the Bank of Ghana. Kufuor has said it several times. He's someone who, even as a research assistant to the governor of the Bank of Ghana, was all over the place, with the governor doing presentations abroad. Kufuor, according to him, first Mahmoud Bawumia came to his limelight, when there was a presentation somewhere in London that a special assistant, young Bawumia, was in there, and the marvels, the in-depth of knowledge and experience he was sharing was something that really marveled Kufuor, and it was not difficult at all for him to appoint him or to have appointed him as, the next governor of the bank. And Bawumia was a technocrat. He wasn't a politician. There were a lot of politicians, economists who were politicians. Yet, when it was time for Akufo-Addo to pick his running mate, he went beyond his political circles to go for a technocrat, Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, from the Bank of Ghana, to come and partner him into power. And we all know, around that time, Akufo-Addo's personality, his image had sunk, within the Ghanaian political space. The NDCs were very much successful in damaging the reputation of Akufo-Addo, giving him a whole lot of derogatory names. Popular of it is that he's arrogant. Some people even try to have fault with his accent, that he isn't a Ghanaian, he is born with a golden spoon, a whole lot of things. The NDC were very much successful with this propaganda. But when Bawumia came to the limelight, Bawumia was able to take up, the campaign to himself on his shoulder, and gave NPP a new image, gave Akufo-Addo a new image, and was able to market the party, his candidate, here in Akufo-Addo, and they were able to win power. And they went, for 2 terms, 8 years. This is quite a phenomenal achievement, by someone who was not a politician, yet was able to come and then complete a yeoman's task. So I have no doubt at all that Bawumia will be able to distinguish himself. Remember, in the 2024 election, look at the way Bawumia campaigned, even though it was very obvious that the MPP was going to find it very, very difficult, in winning the elections. Our economy was charted. Economy was very bad, inflation up. We were even scared that there was the possibility of a coup d'etat in this country. Yet Bawumia had confidence, stood on his feet, went all over the constituencies, visited every region to campaign. That should tell you how energetic, Bawumia was. And I have no doubt whatsoever that given the opportunity, if MPP or Bawumia is able to package his message well, it will go down with Ghanaians, and they may want to bring the MPP back to power. Yeah.
And exactly was what I was going to come on, has to do with the packaging and then the party in itself, how they really going to stand on the past achievements that they chalked, and then what Ghanaians went through in that regime, of which Dr. Bawumia was part and parcel of that particular regime. How is that going to pan out this time around for him? Because again, I heard one of the streets on the street, the one of the drivers was also saying, na enye ono nko a na sebi na okobi hu enti wontumi anye de ono eseso ye. This time around, no, see ono an eba into no be taking the decision. That mentality is also there, but clearly politicians will want to bet their last bet on the achievements of which he was part. How would you want to deal with this matter?
You see, the NPP, the biggest problem of the NPP was their ability to communicate their messages or their achievement, what they've been able to achieve over the years, for the country. The biggest problem. But if they are able to put their communication in place, they are able to put their house in place, I have no doubt that things will go very much well for them. I have no doubt at all in my mind that they will be able. It doesn't mean that the NPP hasn't done anything. The biggest challenge of the NPP was the economy, and we all know the global crisis that we went through as a country. I mean, this COVID-19 was all over the place, and it was very difficult for government all over the world to be able to, manage things. And so I'm very confident that this time around, if the NPP is able to put their house in order, I mean, they should be able to make some headway. I have no doubt about that. Yeah.
Okay, so another one that I want to touch on, two issues, then I'll let you go. One has to do with we then saying that Dr. Bawumia is a technocrat. Now, what will Ghanaians prefer? Now, he's also battling with two things: a technocrat and wanting to become a politician. Now, this game that we play is not too much of technocrat issues. So for him to deal with politics and then come back to do his technocrat issues and all that, which one will make him more confident in the eyes of the people, probably get that perception out there? Which one do you want him to put out there to become that politician we need, or that technocrat still that we need? Because then if it's a technocrat, then we saw him do economy, we saw him do things on the digital and all that. People were saying that it was a confused area. We saw Dr. Bawumia venturing. Which one do you think he should bring out from him 2028?
You see, every serious country would want to put its best team at the forefront of its governance. Being a technocrat is a positive advantage, to you. Bawumia is an economic technocrat. And the biggest problem Ghanaians we have right now is about the economy. And so if we are able to get someone who is a technocrat, who understands the economy and has solutions to our problems, that's a fantastic figure or a fantastic candidate to put in place. And I think that is what the MPP must capitalize on, because whoever the NDC is likely to bring in, the person may not be an economic technocrat unless they want to bring in Atuforsen. Atuforsen is an economist. If they are going to bring in an Atuforsen against Bawumia, that would be better. That would be good, because it's an economic technocrat against the other economic technocrat. But if you are bringing someone like Haruna Idrisu, who is a lawyer, who is not an expert when it comes to the issues of the economy, or they are bringing Asedun Ketia, or any of the rest, Bawumia would certainly stand tall against them. And so I think that being a technocrat doesn't mean that it is bad. It's a positive accolade for anyone who wants to lead a country that is in crisis with its economy. So it's a very good thing for the MPP to have a technocrat to lead them.
The last one before you go, I have heard my brother Kojo Preko say that winning back trust is the bigger battle when it comes to the MPP. Do you share the same view?
Yes, I know. You see, the biggest problem the NPP has is about unity. If the NPP is able to unite, bring back the trust that its members have in their leadership, they should. Remember in the last election, more than 2,000 people did not vote. The NDC's vote, even though won, did not appreciate. So you can say that the 2,000 or 2,000 plus people who did not vote, you can then say that they are largely NPP people who did not vote. So if the NPP is able to reorganize itself, unite its base, then they will be able to bring back the trust of their supporters, and then will be able to appeal to others, floating voters, for example, or new voters, to be able to also vote for them to come to power. Yeah.
Dr. Mohammed Tofik Adamu, a political communications lecturer with UPSA. You better say you know what doing come on Kessben TV so na face Kessben 92.9. Yeah, that's it bebre pa. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, doc and a din come on. My memra na fi me din come on me was Salom Dramani Ewofia Hano from Arise Ghana, and indeed on my issue press statement correlating Ora Dr. Mahmoud Baumia. But I have further questions to really ask them, and we will deal with matters that we've even raised, even on the street, what they have said and all that. But answer my name Ziga, and we on Ziga stick. Now if you remember Salom so na Yendi and Komo Ziga, be able there.
Yeah, the double call.
Nice one. Radio Dom Kakra Ben there. Salom say Manakwa Papa.
I've been seeing you. You're doing a good job.
Yeah.
That's fine. Thank you. It's Yawa.
Yes, sir.
She. Ghana na yewo no. Ubia etuaba. Ubi tuaba on issues. Some people vote on ideologies. A bit too aba on policies. A bit so with issues. Jamaica what I say. You can say issues are and then the door so pa. Sometimes your economic indicators will be booming, but people wouldn't be interested in that. But one issue can cause your downfall. One issue can cause your downfall. One decision that you take can cause your downfall. Listen, in 2008, baby a President Kojo Preko Ghana fee the year 2021, 2001. Now, or the basic 2008, everybody thought that MPP could have gone ahead to win the election. 2008, because that time na Ghana for any stable was say 8 years beyond there's a change of government. Jamaica what I say. Banks are now what zero account now de tata loans, free maternal care, Metro Transit, Kokoma Spring, school feeding program, capitation grant, national health insurance. President Kojo brought all these things, but driver need say, President Kojo Metro Transit taba, amaya manamfa from circle. I'm for the Panankosi Alaju and some for Mankosi La Pass or Court for President Kojo. Issues. Domestic exchange bond issues. Even Dr. Nane, our Kobo, it's with the road crash and previous. One call or no uncle, Uncle Vano, our co-founder, a war by a crown. It was an issue some people based on it to vote against NPP. Mami Kasim will feature Dr. Mahmoud Bamia. I said, me no me pesa meka. But yesu pedi ya o bre. Mutie. Dr. Mahmoud Bamia. In kabam no duamo beye. But there's something going on. Ni ko fodi tie mi a mutie di. If they think say it's on a low path, it will come back to hit him. Sa odo broni ni akosua se wa issue no. O issue statement no nyini hu free. I'm telling you.
I don't want the name fra.
Odo broni any akosua se wa issue that Lumba, the legal wife. Any Jordan Awo 6. Omo issue a kokuma se high court. Ama akọ disadvantage akosua se wa. It is all over the place. People, rumors, speculations, wide allegations. People peddle against Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia and then the wife. Say, Madame Samira Bawumia, Her Excellency, and influence the judge, Madame her lordship during the after. Amana pass ruling now. And no not disadvantage akosia sewa ko shatem didie pa and ko fudi maame no. Listen, you should not take this for a joke. Akosia sewa ba Ghana nipe puko shado no dere.
uko Kumasi airport a nipa ko hia no it is so easy Jamaican watch us here Ghana ya 2 about with a 50+1 votes se nipa ba ko kwa ka say because of this issue men to ma Dr. Baumia e betimi a create problem.
Okay.
Please, any many mu ya me say, what we issue statement, no more to free because me I believe pass and I tried Dr. Baumia say, sir, this kind of nonsense offer the home for. So, Madam Samira Baumia, so pass you and Yamanu Kuna run a campaigner. Ah, what issue statement, Tinu home free. Nan conform publish statement and say, minimum ho shame Islamu because Matisia say, Madam B, ayi. You are not oko jina on here you koko jina wo okai kwe nofa e bubo de ayi afia koto and yes so on the day ayi Samira Baumia edi na mu I don't get it 2.9 me see this issue I see obi suru mu ama obi wu Ghana a divided to this issue a divided a Ghana mutu 2 women are fighting over a letters of administration.
Okay.
Messia de Manimu Yaro, I'm waiting for them.
Okay.
Dr. Baumia Bekasa, Sabira Baumia Bekasa, because I trust them. Says I know more from home for.
Okay.
Now, you see who call TikTok forums, who call Facebook forums, who call baby Charlie, who share someone call for car, or but the for family way yana. Between them, Makoma, me wife for car, you. Your friend say, Tim Lega wife. I don't want to strike my Bekasa, we say no. My wife for New Jersey. Or buy me to me Batisika Warren. Or New Jersey. And somewhere what can. And I'm a tear so when I saw some neka. But we take your video no. And in someone more can a dangerous. Say a could do 2028.
All right.
Asambaba.
Okay.
Asambaba. All track with Sasa while you paid in the chi. Asambaba. It's a money we are what we are telling them. To issue statement. Okay. And also we create a scenario be and we say open motion which I believe says Samira Baumia and Dr. Mahmoud Baumia will be but they should do something to curb this situation once and for all.
All right. But as Ziga Ediatin and Kano on Ziga stake 22 minutes into AM 9 AM. Doc activated charcoal powder. DOK Doc activated charcoal powder. Charcoal sunko pa charcoal no more utumu say yes eto ye pa toxins and I feel so indigestion course so ye fumu nyina no de bia no mo ka say o ye funu and ebo 5 ema wo entino the central of you nyina no ejina oyem anasa wo ye fun eno tine so treat ni yi na be treat ni ye pa dia na ye doc activated charcoal powder and na wo hia a betumi abo pa say wo ulcer pain so wo heartburn so wo indigestion wo bloating wo didi na ashisha wo so diarrhea and I feel could get aduane bia enko ye food poisoning and nyina no doc activated charcoal powder DOK Doc activated charcoal powder ebebo ye pa enu tini ye ntem na pebe me say say draw way anasa sa charcoal way no enye luxury eye necessity ehu hia say wonya bi ewo fie pa enu ntino ye pebe ne fancy fie na charcoal ehu adwuma ye ema nipadua no ekoyie pa ade etumi twitwi efi wo yam na wo ho eto wo ho sane pa dia na wo pe proper reset eye o balance pa dia na ye doc activated charcoal powder DOK activated charcoal powder activated na so krani kumi krano this is a form machine mu ye pa enya ba ku ya na anu ide akoto to awi atum se that was so ne dabi we crowd choose here ekoye pa toxins de oboa onom doc activated charcoal powder ebebo ye pa enu to the pebi na to wo ye pharmacy bia eben wo na so se opese wo tu dodo na okoton na amafo so hu se ampa doc activated charcoal powder ye boa etumi esane eniema ewo yemu na ye ho eto ye pa dia na mpachowa ko adia pharmacy wo Kumasi wo Love Life pharmacy wo Kumasi Pure Leaf Kumasi Kolinak Kumasi na vision na boache wo Tema mensa wo Takra de Geo Bennett pharmacy wo Sunyani Delight pharmacy wo Frudia and afeso Wedama pharmacy wa Shaman and afeso pharmacy shop bi wo Kanchi Drug Lane bia no wonsa ebe kan bi wo honom so wo pese one mpanyfo edin komo na afe unya adesuan ye pa na afeso bia benye bia to pa dia me pachowa fresh numbers we 0598 20 and I said 020-661-6620 020-661-6620. Now we need a young people din komo enfa doc activated charcoal powder no ho na ebebo ye pa 25 minutes into a year 9. Remember Salom ho Salom Dramani na me no ending come from a year Arise Ghana a pressure group almost so wo a year Ghana mamu hanu almost omoboa ama a year niema etumi atoto ye Dramani atenase ye nin come Dramani bibia boko de
bibia boko
ye de radia se obere tenya bad.
Okay, thank you very much.
Much as so Ghana ni ampa.
Of course.
Arise Ghana obi anhu here. Bernard Mona obi ya come. Oh, okay. It's interesting. I mean, I read more Pressano and Dra correlating the MPP and then Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia for winning the 2028 presidential candidate elections now almost a year, you know. First one, me can say be Arise Ghana. I mean, you are really going to deal with. You see, the anticlimax was there for all of us who knows Arise Ghana and all that. Boy, come on, why the pressure for Bawumia?
You know, Arise Ghana is a non-partisan group.
Okay.
And the gentleman, Ziga.
Yeah, Ziga.
When he was making his submission, there was one that actually related to me as to those individuals who do not vote for political party but vote for political presidential candidates.
Yes.
Since I started voting in 1996, I have never voted for a political party. I always vote for a presidential candidate of a political party.
Okay, that's how you vote.
That's how I vote. I don't vote for a political party. I vote for a presidential candidate of a political party.
Oh, okay.
Yes. So since 1996. So
I don't know to about that.
Exactly. That is how I vote because you see where my distance the national distance. Correct. It's at the you see usually when you wear beret, the crown here must be tilted.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Either right or the left.
Left.
Okay. But mine it's always here. It should be middle. It means that Ghana is always at the front page of my mind. You see, all the decisions I take when I'm going to vote, who the candidate I'm going to support, the candidate I will campaign for, it's something that stems from the sense of patriotism and nationalism. But I don't vote for this like MPP, NDC, no. So some people are even confused as to this guy is the MPP or is the NDC. You understand? Because tomorrow you see me campaigning for NDC presidential candidate. Tomorrow you see me campaigning for MPP presidential candidate. Yes, that is how I do my thing. It's about Ghana. So that is why Arise Ghana, the objective of establishing the group actually aligns with my personal ethos. You see, Ghana, non-partisan. So Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia went through a democratic process to be elected as the presidential candidate of the MPP. The MPP, arguably, is the
Kessben 92.9,
the most dominant opposition party. Okay, so if the presidential candidate of that party was elected through a democratic process, a process that was free and fair and largely peaceful, yes, Arise Ghana owe it a duty to its objectives to congratulate him. That's why we congratulated Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. And we even gave a hint that it's part of our work plan that we'll be paying visit to leadership of the various political parties. So that Arise Ghana should not be seen as because I know there's a perception out there among some circles, political circles, that Arise Ghana is a creature of the NDC or an extension of the NDC. No, we do not do the bidding of the NDC. It doesn't mean that if NDC takes a decision that resonates well with Ghanaians, Arise Ghana will not praise the NDC. Arise Ghana will do. If the NDC or the government, for instance, takes a decision that runs counter to the well-being or the economic well-being of the people of Ghana, Arise Ghana will be up in arm against the government. Yes. So
basically, that's what you
that is what it is. Oh, that is what it is. Because without that, it will be difficult for some of us to even be to continue to be members of the group. Because it should be about Ghana. It shouldn't be about this duopoly of MPP, NDC politics. It's actually affecting our forward march. Because everything is, watched and assessed within that narrow prism. Where does it stand? Is it MPP? Okay, if it's MPP, Charlie, let's ignore him. If it's NDC, Charlie, let's praise him. That kind of thing, depending on where the person stands. So our congratulatory message was actually well intentioned. No mischief, no malice intended. It was well intentioned.
Okay, but Salam, catch me. Election on my year, Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia be lead the MPP now. Who is saying?
Oh, okay. Let me check. On the eve of the election, which was on Friday evening, right?
Yes.
That was Friday.
Yes, that's the eve, yeah. Exactly.
I made a Facebook post calling on. So this was what I did. Here's it. You can see. I said that MPP delegates should vote for Dr. Bawumia at this critical juncture, like how Ghanaians voted massively for John Dramani Mahama in the 2024 general elections, because he was the only candidate who incarnated the hope and aspirations of Ghanaians. Anyway, I'm neither a delegate nor MPP member. And I told friends that I had argument with who were, most of them supported Mr. Kennedy Agyapong, and I told them that there was no way Kennedy Agyapong will win.
I didn't hear.
Oh, yeah, and a friend even asked me that you are always right on this political thing. The only reason some of us are not giving that kind of recognition, perhaps is I don't know whether it's the media, because from 1996 to date, no election has ever failed me.
Okay.
No way. Once I say this person is going to win, the person will win. Okay, so let's say John Mahama, for instance, as far back as 2021, I said that the 2024 election, John Mahama will win. When John Mahama was not even elected as the standard bearer of the NDC, but I started preaching that thing, said that he will win. And I had to even leave my hair bushy those days when my hair was bushy. I said the day I will crop my hair or shave my head will be on Tuesday, 7th January 2025, when Mahama was done with his inaugural speech. And it came to pass. You understand? Because I was so confident that he will win. Okay, Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, you see, in Ghana, there are some qualities that people look at for when they want to elect leaders, which is something I usually do not like do, but that is the culture that is being established. That the person is humble, that is humble, the person is knowledgeable, the person is well spoken, the person is that. Hot-headed individuals, Ghanaians usually don't like them, but I tell you, where the direction the world is going now, we need such people too.
Kessben 92.
Remember the days of our school days. Class prefect or senior school prefect will be the one a bit brilliant, humble, quiet. We've gone past that stage. We need people who are assertive leaders who can stand their ground. Leaders, when they say that Galamsey must stop, nobody will go to the forest chasing Galamseyers. You yourself will pack your chamfan. You dismantle, decommission it, and leave. We need those leaders. But not those, because the person, you look at the person's demeanor, when the person issues out an order, you will not respect that person. You won't obey. Because we say we like mannered individuals. For instance, if you were to place Kennedy Agyapong, Bawumia, as the president of this country, if Bawumia issues order, the number of people who will follow through that leader, follow or obey that order, will be fewer than the number of persons who will take whatever Kennedy Agyapong says. Why? It's because of his nature. An assertive, outspoken person. So if that person becomes president, and he says that he's against galamsey, you, the one involved in that galamsey thing, nobody will tell you to pack your machines and leave. But we say, no, we like humble, well-spoken person. You understand? That is why I clearly said that Bawumia will win, because that is a tradition, that's a culture we are establishing. That we like a well-mannered person, a person who is soft-spoken, person whose communication is, who doesn't want to disrupt the system to establish what will actually accelerate our forward march. We need people we need someone who would disrupt this system and then accelerate our forward march. Not this tradition of, sleeping, sober. You see, the person is those are when we were interviewed.
Yes, the streets.
The street. Yes. The whole job.
What's it all come?
The whole job.
Yeah.
We're well educated. What you say? Well educated. This time, come on, we've gone past that stage. But unfortunately, you see, Ken, if I were his advisor, perhaps he wouldn't have even contested this election.
And come on in contest.
I don't go with these people. You see, the system we're practicing today had been established by radicals. And when radicals establish a system, they leave.
Yes.
And they continue to chase another one.
Yes.
Then the conservatives will take it as if it were their creation. They hold on to it. Hold on to it. Unless another radical is successful in disrupting it and establish a new one. You understand? That is the kind of we need that kind of leader. Unfortunately, it will be tough for somebody like that to be elected, because Ghanaians don't want Kasa or Nikasanye. No, because people want to be politically correct.
No, but the Kasanya Momunka, I mean, culturally wise, somebody said the same thing that, I mean, the political analyst, Dr. Mahmoud says, Muhammad, says, culturally, I mean, Dr. Bawumia looks good and all that.
Because he's politically correct. And Kennedy is politically incorrect.
And why do you need politically incorrect person to
do you like this system? This snail pace of development, you like it? When people have gone far, like 200 years ahead of us, and you want us to continue with this kind of pace? No. We need somebody who can disrupt this system and then establish something that will accelerate our development. This one, look at this system.
Too dumb, wow.
What kind of system is this? You want to catch up with China?
By the process in our faso, I mean,
process
the gidi I then
gidi.
Now pay the same.
There be system where and you say gidi a assertive leader. Sure, His Excellency Mahmoud Bawumia, if he becomes president of this country, corruption, nothing radical will be done about corruption.
Oh, how? I mean, then the chairs and the to me,
but if somebody, the nature of Canadian Japan, nobody, you yourself, you will be afraid. Because the man could even slap you in public.
Is that not a perception?
Oh, no. You see, it is
that I'm giving you a perception in nature that may outspoken, may that wild personality that we need. Yet when I come, and as much as I'm giving you that wild personality, things are happening.
No, you see, it's about the nature. You see, some of this, you can even tell that this is not a contrived thing. It is actually natural. You see, by my nature, I am not. You see, that's, well, like laid back person, reserved. No, that's not my nature. That is why leaders who are, moderate and, like these Ghanaian leaders, usually, so you see me always, even though they are no longer part of this world, I always, chase their dreams. Like Osajifo Dr. Kwame Nkrumah, Jerry Rawlings, Thomas Sankara, and you see, those guys, they were actually leaders, who were like, who understood their time and actually were on the go to do something, for their country. But this time around, is this because of this MPP and NDC, they have established this thing. You remember when J. Kufo was elected, as the flag bearer of the NPP because I followed that in Kalen on those days on Radio Gold. But then I was in Volta region, so it was Radio Gold that was broadcasting it live. So I followed it. And when it was Kufo, I wasn't, because I was actually somebody like Akufo-Addo. Because at that time Akufo-Addo was the boisterous, vibrant,
exactly,
outspoken person. But no, age had, diminished.
No, but it's all by no young. I mean, Obaya no, or you're very active. We had that same perception. Nana Akufo-Addo was wild, was assertive, unforgiving, kind of thing. But that was the same thing.
No, that thing was somehow, for want of a better word, like emasculated. Because, and when you come, you're handless. And those high image makers. Charlie, this are culture.
Say to make says it's not the same thing. That,
no, but some people will not hate.
You are also.
No. Some people will not hate. It's just like, you remember there was a leader who was, whenever he was handed a script to read, he will throw that script away and say, no, I want to speak my mind.
Yes.
There was a leader like that.
Yes.
Who was even being managed. He was being managed. He was being handled by the technocrats. Actually, this how it is, this thing. No, I don't like this. Who read this speech for me? I don't like this one. Let me read. Let me just say whatever. It's here. You understand? Okay. So Mahmoud Bawumia, doctor, is now the flag bearer of the NPP. Okay. We don't know who the NDC will bring. Okay. It will be an arduous task for His Excellency Mahmoud Bawumia. In that, when he was a vice president, he was a vice president to somebody, his boss. The things that happened or occurred during the tenure of his boss, some of those baggage, definitely he cannot shake those things off. You understand?
Agreed.
Yeah, those things definitely will be the things that he will be battling. And the communication around it. You don't have to be dismissive of those. Indeed, there were things that, listen, like this man, Mr. Kenuforiata, who is still abroad, evading justice, evading accountability.
Because you had
somebody like Kennedy Japan could have publicly said, yeah, that guy must be brought back.
He couldn't.
No, wait. But he's either.
No, but he's not. But at least he's an NPP member. He was part and parcel of that same government. He was also a board chairman for Ghana Gas. He was part and parcel of the day. His wife also was part and parcel of this same government. The same man you are thinking that in case or you're bold enough to speak to it to tell us say I'm packing Brano. He didn't even do it. None of the himself didn't even do it.
When did you ask?
We don't need to ask somebody like that who claimed that they are very assertive.
No, the thing is that. You see, journalists, you must put that into test. Mr. Mr. Kennedy Japan.
Yes.
He was somebody I started following when he became a member of parliament for Asin. Okay. His first interview with James Ajenim Boateng, who is now, I think, is the SIC, correct. When he was working at Radio Gold. I listened to the man and how he became rich and that. And I said, wow. He said he bought his Lincoln Navigator, $57,000. And I said, hey, who is this? So I was listening. And then there was something that he did during the Kufuor administration. The Kufuor administration also went through some crisis. There was there was some global, economic crisis.
Economic crisis came in,
So it took a toll on our economy. Yeah. Then it was reflecting in the how prices of commodities rising, especially petrol, fuel. So he was interviewed on Radio Gold, Mr. Kennedy Japan, and he said, "Okay, CJ, if the government increases fuel, I will join you in your demonstration." Because there's no justification for the Kufuor administration to continue to...
Did he?
No, because there was no increment. You remember when the Kufuor administration started reducing...
Mami, we na Mami, we birthday dedication to the Nafi. Happy birthday to you, Mama Pat. of Kwan's Estate. This one is from Ya Enima and daughter in the UK. Happy birthday to you, Mama Pat of Kwan's Estate. From Ya Enima Nafiso, your daughter in the UK. And then a happy birthday to you, Ruth Dankwah of Ghana Adventist Health Center, Kwadasu Kumasi. This one is from Sweet Free Mom. And the entire family, happy birthday to you, Ruth Dankwah. And then a happy birthday to you, Josephine Apia. This one is from Jonas. Happy birthday to you, Josephine Apia. And then a happy birthday to you, Kwame Jemfi Boateng. This one is coming from your wife and children. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you once again, Kwame Jemfi Boateng. And I feel so full announcement to a family of Mr. George of Fosongene, Dad Joe, friends and sympathizers say, Yemra, na yem nyomo enkusi omo papa, the 7th of February 2026 year, our new Tafu SDA School Park, Hono Menintino, almost at the 4, and Yabusan Fuina say, Mr. George of Fosongene. That Joe and yako Pekrabia Manono and yako no war a new Tafu SDA School Park 7th February Yenia Bema Daniel on the Juma then Addison the grandfather and Yedeno Conintino Addison Shadeono Oma Mina 9:46 is the time. I mean a second scam of Windy Common of member backs is here.
Promotion. I feel better the adeva. Now feel better from who the road the mount. Make count for Circle Sky Mall at the amount. Say a foreign and not local food. Organic near my pub baby. And yes, Circle Sky Mall. Circle Sky Mall. I was some Debbie Mount. Every Saturday, 19th January, 17th February. Circle Sky Mall. A promotion. Products beer one. Ya te the water swap from cra. If you provisions a bush of one cosmetics, any toiletries a bush of one. And to the other side of the Circle Sky Mall. No, I bet you would be Upebia. Loduko, never me fear de. Circle Sky Mall tea, and we are singing den cry. Circle Sky Mall, you will come and Kruma Circle. I'll see that Twin Towers down where first floor. Bora Abribia. Press 0240 212 510 and answer 0242 346675. Circle Sky Mall, you never fear de.
Okay, me that say odo video na to Kessben TV na face so Kessben 92.9 FM in Accra. This one says, good morning, Kojo. I wish you and your team all the good wishes from the Almighty God. Amen and amen. The fellow of the MPP started in 2017 when Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia declared that he had arrested a dollar, logged and given the keys to the IGP. The NDC capitalized on it, sabotaged flow of the dollar till it got out of hand. I told people that when NDC wins power, the dollar shall flow. Now, Dr. Bawumia needs a dynamic partner like Dr. Brian. Thanks. My name is Kwating Frimpong. Also Nadia or de Ebaye. And this one says, Stephen, or say, tell, okay, because they saw your beret. Now see somebody said, tell Muna. Tell Muna that we are democratic republic, please. He should not think being humble doesn't mean the person can fight corruption. DMB is winning 2028. This one is from Stephen from KEA and Ode Ebaye. So you see, I mean, somebody says that.
What I'm saying, maybe the person got it wrong.
Okay.
I'm saying that the nature, the personality, the nature of the leader sometimes will not is such that even if it doesn't work out order or instruction, people they do the right thing. You understand? You would definitely do the right thing. Okay. And it's the same way if you may have a leader who is, like humble, sober, refined, polished, well educated, displaying that, intellectual sophistication, politically correct. Okay. That leader, because those who are following that leader, because they know that this is the nature of this person. It's not everything that the person will say that his followers will obey. Because of the nature of the person. You understand? So, if Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia.
Yeah.
You see, Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, he fits into all these qualifiers I use, this adjective. Okay, that he's sober, well-educated, refined, polished. But what kind of leader will he be? I don't see any hope. In fact, because...
You don't see any hope?
No. What difference is it going to make? You understand? If he had, during the tenure of Akufo-Addo's presidency, which was actually denting his presidential ambition, you know, Mr. Bawumia, Dr. Bawumia's presidential ambition, because at the time he was the vice president of the republic, he had a presidential ambition, which manifested in his decision to contest to become the flag bearer of the MPP. At the time, he should have asserted, he should have publicly displayed some of his disagreements with his boss.
You are in government. How do you do that?
No, you do it. That is what I'm saying.
No, but clearly.
No, you
how
clearly.
you I mean,
look, when you were in opposition, you said that Momo should not be taxed.
Yes. Yes.
That was your position.
Yes.
In opposition. Now, the economic team. Now you came into government. Then at a point, your economic team decided that Momo should be taxed, which actually was at variance with your stance in opposition. And clearly, it was your even the way you were conducting yourself. It means that it was a decision that you did not like.
Yes.
But afraid to disagree.
But
you know, as when people disagree publicly with their bosses, that it's happening in America. You disagree that you can't do this thing, and then you resign because here there's no culture. Of course, because you see people here, we see politics as livelihood. So people don't resign when it's clear that this person must resign. They won't resign. You know, no, this is against my principle. You resign. You contest, you win, you become credible. Now you have this
in the same party.
Now you have excess baggage. Now you are carrying that excess baggage.
But that's the more reason why, if we all recall, the manifesto that now or the year Nabatone, he says Momo they will not tax, they will do the betting. So now he was telling us what he would do, because then again, democracy, majority carries the vote. I sit in cabinet, and I'm the only person who is saying that we shouldn't do this, but the large people say we should do it. Again, the same kind of reactor of which you guys went to do your picketing had said earlier that he doesn't need us to be paying school fees for everybody, free SHS.